All right, we are live. We are live and just visiting and saying hi howdy to anybody who might be in here. I don't think we've got anybody in here quite yet. That's okay. I'm just going to find it on here so I can see this on my tablet. It shows we're live. Yeah, there we are. We are live.
And I just got my notification.
Nice. Oh, Samantha's here. You turn the sound down. Hey, Samantha. Hi. How are you?
Samantha?
There we go. Oh, we decided we were just going to pop in here because we was just sitting here and chatting. So we figured we'd pop in and say hello and visit with everybody. Hey, Vicki. Hey, Natural Creations. How is everybody this? I guess this afternoon. I'm so used to saying this morning. How's everybody this afternoon? Well, we need Peppermint to be in here. I was talking to her. I think it was yesterday. We were talking to her about the class, how much she enjoyed it. How are you guys? Did you guys all get your sample done and ready for this step? Here's mine, all done, ready to go. Got all my fringies and nice. Miss Morgan, you want to bring out your... Oh, yeah. Morgan got called into work, so she doesn't get to stay with us this afternoon. So I'll have to show her how to finish this up, but that's okay. That's what we do.
Oh no, we don't spend time together?
I know, isn't that awful?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, beauteous. There we go. That's see, and
she
likes
turned out nice.
Yeah, she what am I trying to say? Did her little fringes like that. So she likes the fringe. I really like the way the colors turned out on that.
Yeah, they turned out really nice.
Really nice. And she used the kitchen cotton on hers. And I used just basic acrylic. And because that's what I had handy.
Yeah, I can use it to do like a hot pad or something for the kitchen. You pretty much want to do some cotton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what she wanted. She wanted it to be like a coaster type thing.
Yeah, and the cotton will absorb the sweat from the glass.
Yep.
So,
and I kind of didn't care. No, almost everything that we have is in a cup like this, so I don't get anything that's sweating. Yeah. We are not allowed to have things in here that don't have lids because of the monster dogs. So, so between the dogs and Mister, something's always getting knocked over. So no open containers allowed in this house. Oh man. So Michelle and Vicki, did you guys get your projects done? What color did you end up using, Samantha? Oh, I can hear my other one running. There we go. Did we lose? Didn't freeze up, did it?
Not that I can tell.
Oh, but we did jump. Let's get back to the correct screen. There we go. What is holding this up?
I kind of want to wait a few more minutes, but I kind of want to get started.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's working. It's working. Well, let's go ahead and get going. And thank you guys all for popping in. And I know some of the other folks will come in after a bit, whenever they can. So what we've got going on today, we've got, of course, Michelle here from Michelle Mosaic and more. And she is teaching us mosaic crochet. So last week she taught us the basics of the Apache cheers, and we did the little mug rug. We have the ends all left over, so she's going to teach us how to deal with this if we want to have fringe, and if we don't want to have fringe, she's going to teach us how to what do you call that? Finish it off, I guess. Yeah, she'll teach us how to finish it off. Perfect. Hey, Deanna. Did you get your sample done? Ready to go? Hi, Susan. So I'm so happy that you guys were able to come back and join us this afternoon. We're just hi, Roseanne. We're just chatting a little bit right now. I know it takes a few minutes for everybody to get in here. So I got mine done, and Morgan got hers done. I really like the way hers turned out. Again, we were saying she used the cotton kitchen yarn, and I just used basic acrylic. Morgan got called into work, so she's not going to be with us this afternoon. I know that makes everybody so sad. And so I'm going to have to teach her how to do this. So I got to really, really pay attention and learn how to do this. And I've already picked out projects. Michelle showed me, she showed me 2 projects. And one of them is going to be a bucket list project. It's called the Tree of Life. And she found it on Etsy, I want to say. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And just so if you want to check it out, just go to Etsy and look up Tree of Life, mosaic crochet Tree of Life. There was 2 or 3 of them on there, and one of them, Michelle, did you see the other one that had all that like Gaelic Celtic kind of woven stuff? Oh, that was beautiful too. But I like the one that you showed me better. And then the other thing she showed me that's going to be one of my next projects is a turtle. And it was beautiful. It was done in these blues and greens and all kind of sea colors. And then the turtle itself was black. So that is going to be the next thing I have 2 next things that I have to do mosaics, basically both at the same time. They're both going to be Christmas presents. So I think I've got time to do them. So anyway, here we go. Yeah. That tree sounds hard, but I think
just singles and doubles.
Yeah,
don't get it in your head.
It's singles and doubles in your head. Following a chart. So I'm not going to let it scare me. I'm just
because it's singles and doubles. Mm-hmm. You know, don't make it harder than it is.
Yeah.
It's singles and doubles.
Yep.
That's it.
So I'm very excited that this new door has opened because of Michelle. All righty, Michelle, take it away.
Okay. First thing you want to do, you can use a needle. I like my bent needles. Or you can use your hook. Doesn't matter. And put a piece of yarn. You can use a color that matches your, I'm going to do this, that matches your piece, or you can use one that contrasts. Like I'm basically using this one so that you can see the difference and see the actual stitches. If I did one of my colors, then you wouldn't be able to see it very well.
Right. I'm going to use my green.
Since this is just a practice piece, if you want to use an off color, you can.
I'm just going to pop in here real quick and let people know. Somebody pointed out to me, they thought I was not paying attention when Michelle was talking, that I was looking away. I am looking away, but I'm looking away because I'm looking at my tablet, which is off to the side. I can't see very well on the screen of my computer. It's very small and it's very dark. So I turn away and look at my tablet, and it's a much bigger screen. So it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm actually paying closer attention when I'm looking away. So please forgive me.
Okay, basically all you're going to do is do a slip stitch all the way around so that you have one row outside on all 4 corners. You're going to use, remember that first stitch we did and that last stitch that didn't mean anything?
Mm-hmm. The border stitches?
Yeah. You're going to go so that they're on the outside. Does that make sense?
Okay. So we're going all the way around the inside of that first.
Right.
bit.
And it doesn't matter if you use front or back. Doesn't matter.
Okay. And so how much yarn do we...
Oh, I just grabbed a length. It's not that big a deal. You can always start again, and piece it. That's fine. It's not going to show, and it has nothing to do with anything. I just used a red so you could see it.
Okay. So I've
And
got my
if
yarn.
you want to do fringe, you have to think about it before you start your project,
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to want to leave 6 or 8 inches to begin with and to end with.
On both sides?
On both sides. Because
Okay.
what you're going to do is you're going to hold those down. Try to make them about the same.
Mm-hmm.
And there you've got your fringe.
And just tidy them all up.
Yep.
I bet you could put something like, I was thinking like maybe put a set of book on it so they'd be all nice and tidy, and then you could get
steam it.
Yeah, or sharp
You
edge.
could steam it.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you're going to do like we're doing, it only has to be an inch or so. And I always tie knots. I don't think I did it yet. No, I didn't. But I'll tie, especially on the beginning side, I'll tie a knot. The first one and the second one, I'll just tie together. That way you know it's not going to come undone inside that envelope. When it's washed and used, I just make a little knot.
Like a square knot?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to tie the first 2 ends together. And they want to be snug, but not, we don't want to tighten it up because we don't want to pucker this. Okay.
And then 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and on down the row.
Oh, so we're going to do all of them.
Yep, do all of them.
Okay. So,
otherwise, they might come through.
Yeah, we don't want that.
And come loose.
Okay, so we'll tie these all up. Mm-hmm.
Get those done. Get this out of the way.
Did anybody have any problems finishing up there? Yeah, Deanna, I can't follow a chart yet either. I need to practice that.
We can do that.
Mm-hmm. And then, so my grandson saw this and he asked me to make one in his school colors, which are red, white, and black. And I said, I can only do 2 colors. Well, then I found out I can do 3 colors. And Michelle was just telling us that. So we'll explain how we can do that too. So we can add some different colors to it. That'll be fun.
So I just cut these off to about 1 inch.
Okay. So I've got one side. I'll finish up one side and then we can envelope just that side, right?
We're going to envelope all of them.
Okay.
All 4 sides.
Okay. So everybody should be tying their knots. Hey, I even ended up with an even number.
Good deal.
Okay, so double knot on that side. And do the other side. The other side is way longer. My strings are way longer.
Yeah, and you want to think about that before you start your projects, because you want to make sure you leave them long enough that you can have fringe. Because if you leave them short like this to start with, you're not going to have enough. Your fringe won't be even.
Okay. So
you have to think about that way ahead of time.
I think you would know pretty much right off the bat, before you even, when you're getting started, what you're going to want it to look like. Because it's got a total different look. Fringe and not fringe is a complete different look.
Yeah. And for a mug rug, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, the fringe looks cute.
Fringe. Yeah.
Morgan left hers in the fringe, and it looks really cute.
Yeah. But I wanted to show you how to do the.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to do.
All right. Almost ready.
So you tie all your knots and then trim them. What I usually do is lay my hand down like this and just trim them so that they're all about even. They're not exactly even, but they're close.
Hey, Peppermint, I knew you'd be here. I was just telling her if nobody else shows up, Peppermint will. I says, we were just talking about this in our other live. So all we're doing, Peppermint, is we're knotting the strings that were at the ends of our rows. We're just knotting them together, just putting 2 at a time into a double knot all the way down. If you're going to do the envelope stitch, if you're going to do fringe, you don't have to do this.
Right.
If you're going to do fringe, we just
Measure it off.
Measure it even, and then cut it off.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got all of my strings. All of my strings are tied together. So we just went down the side and tied 2 together all the way down both sides.
Yep.
Now I'm going to trim that off real quick.
You want about an inch, inch and a half.
Okay.
And on a big blanket, it looks funny to
I bet.
much off. It looks like it's not enough, but it is, especially if you've knotted it.
Yeah. So I
then it's not going to
cut
come
off all but that much. Does that look okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. That's what I'm going to do, Peppermint. Okay. So we're still doing this. Peppermint, if with the envelope, we still have to knot these together, knot take 2 of the strands all the way down and knot it together. That way there's not a chance of it poking out through the envelope.
Right.
And then
with a washing or a kid's.
Yeah. And then we cut this off to about an inch, inch and a half. Okay. So now I'm going to do the other side. Trying to get it to lay even so I can cut it. Okay, got that part cut. Ta-da! It's all cut off. Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to take our needle, or you can use your hook. It doesn't matter which one you use, but you're going to want to do a slip stitch all the way around. If I have time, I'll use a needle, a bent needle usually. If I don't have time and I'm in a hurry and I just want to get it done, because sometimes on a bigger project, you just want to get it done. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, you've been working on it for, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, and you just want to get it done. So I'll use my hook and just make a slip stitches all the way around.
Okay, so I've got my bent needle and I've got it threaded with, I'm going to use my green thread. So I've just got it threaded, ready to go.
And you want to leave 1 stitch out to the side, to the outside. The 1 stitch here, 1 stitch here, 1 stitch here, 1 stitch here. So it's going to look like that.
So where do I start?
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't start at an end. I would start in the middle somewhere. Okay, I started here. I started right there.
So I'm going to take my needle and thread, and I'm going up underneath one of the stitches. So I'm going like this. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull it not through. I'm going to leave this thing hanging down a little bit. And now what do you want me to do?
I just do like this. Where's my camera? I just pull it through. So that you got,
so like a back stitch almost?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
So I'm going to go in the one behind it.
And a needle. I guess it would be a back stitch.
And then the one in front.
Yeah.
So behind, like this. This is how I'm doing my needle.
Yeah. If what you want is you want a stitch on the front and you want a stitch on the back.
Pull that up and see how that looks.
You need both of those stitches.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to go back in behind where I was. So here's the stitch on the back.
Right.
And there's the stitch on the front.
Right.
Okay. And so I'm going to go
all the way around.
I'm putting my needle in front of the stitch that was already there.
Right.
That's my corner right there. Okay. And then
Here.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
a
right-
back stitch. So I'm going
I'm
to do a back stitch all the way around.
I'm right here is where mine is. Right here. I'm going backwards. So
Right. And so then you'll put your needle. Show me where you're going to put your
Here.
needle. Right there. Yep. That's
Right
what I
there.
did. And then it comes out
And
in
you
front
flip it
of.
over to the next stitch.
Perfect.
Sometimes it looks like it's a smaller stitch, but it's actually equal.
Okay. And then we do this all the way around.
All the way around.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions on that?
Whoops. I ended up with a
Kind
knot.
of like a whip stitch, but you're not going around. You're not going around here.
Yeah. Not going over the top.
You're not doing like that so that it comes across. You just want a straight line all the way across.
I should have started closer to the edge so you could tell me, because I already know I'm going to be questioning where I put the needle in when I get to the fringe side.
Okay.
But this is going easy. This is pretty easy.
This is the easy part.
Yeah, and you can really
We haven't done anything hard yet, have we?
Not yet.
Okay, now I'm going to move it down here. Now I'm getting to the fringe side. So what you're going to do is make a sharp corner. You're going to leave one stitch over here, and you're going to come up right before it. Is my camera good?
Nope, that looks good. Peppermint, you use any color you want. I just picked the darker color of the two I was using. She's giving us a different color so we can really see what she's doing.
And then on the corner, you've got this one in front, but we got to cross this one. So you'll go in there, and then you'll come up over here to make that corner a right corner. Make sense?
I'm almost there. We'll see if
Okay.
it makes sense when I get there. Okay, so I'm at my corner and I'm stopping at the stitch right before the corner.
Right.
So now I'm going to put it behind that and then basically cut the corner.
Right. On the inside.
And go like that.
Right.
So this is what my corner is going to look like. Let me get all this stuff out of the way here. There, that's what my corner is going to look like.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Peppermint? Just like that.
Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? That's what mine looks like.
That's a good question, Peppermint. So this what we're doing right now, is this the same color as our envelope or different color?
It's not going to be seen, so it doesn't matter. I used this color so you guys could see it better. I would normally use the darker of my colors. Like I would normally use this teal if I were doing it for, for a special person or something.
For realsies?
Yeah, I would use that teal color. But I grabbed red so you guys could see it better. And if you run out of yarn, which I may, I'm getting pretty close here. You can just tie on another piece. You can end it like we started it. End it like this. So it's still hanging out because that's going to be hidden inside the envelope. And then start another piece. This part's pretty forgiving.
The thing is knotting up. Those are great questions, Peppermint. Thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that.
If you have any questions, now's the time.
Okay, now I'm afraid I'm going too deep on my...
You want to make sure you've got that one stitch on the outside.
Well, it almost seems like I've got more than one stitch, but I think that one just kind of pulled over. Oh, I know why. Because I've got a double crochet right at the beginning of the row.
Yeah.
So I need to go behind that double crochet, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. I ended up in front of it instead of behind it, and that made it look not look nice. Okay, that's better.
And if you get a little crooked, it's not really that big a deal because your envelope's going to cover it. It's very forgiving. I am going to run out of yarn.
Good, so we can watch you put a new piece on.
Yeah.
So she did that on purpose so she could teach us what to do.
Well, not really.
Shh, shh, shh.
I'm going to grab another piece of yarn here. Now this one ended here. And I'm just going to leave that to the side. We don't need that one anymore. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the back. I'm going to start and come up where this one ended. Make sense?
Yep.
Because you're going to want to... You're going to want to go back over this one.
Yeah, to lock that in.
Yep.
What did I do? Come up on the same hole?
Yeah, that way. And then we're going to do a sharp corner again. Try to get all these little pieces out of my way.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that.
I just realized I'm not seeing everybody's message. I don't want to miss anything. There we go. Okay.
So did you see how I joined that? I just went up where that one ended so that I could go back and get that other stitch.
Yep. And then you tucked the old stitch under the new one.
Yep. And if you want, you can tie those together on the end, since we're tying stuff, so that it doesn't come loose. And then mine aren't matching up, but that's okay. They're not matching up perfectly.
Okay, so now I'm at my other end now.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm just going almost right around the post of that stitch.
Yep. You just want as sharp a corner as you can get. Because we got to put 3 stitches in that corner.
Okay.
And you don't want to pull these super tight. You want them loose enough that you can get your hook up underneath it. So you don't want to
find that stitch when we're doing the other thing.
I'm sorry?
When we get to the next step, we got to find this stitch and work with it?
Yes. So you don't want it too tight. You want it fairly loose. All right. And then here's my last stitch.
Oh, you're fast.
I had part of it done. And that's what mine looks like.
Okay, awesome. So you can see it on both sides.
Yep. Both sides. There should be stitches on both sides. Oops, right here I missed one. See that? Where I missed that one?
Oh, okay. So then what do we do?
Well, I'm going to take this little piece of yarn and I'm going to make it one.
We're going to fudge it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Because we got to have a stitch there. Now I've got a stitch there. And then I cut off my ends again to about an inch, inch and a half.
Missed one? Yes, I did. I missed one too. I did two.
It's easy to do. All right. It doesn't have to be the same color as your envelope. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to be seen. If you think you might see it, then yes, I would use one of the colors. I would normally, with mine, I would normally use that teal color.
What have I done?
Hi, Blind Stitches. Welcome in. What did you miss? All we've done so far is cut our ends this way to about an inch, inch and a half. And then we did back stitch all the way around so that we can work in both sides of it. Yeah, you can use any color you want. I've seen this done in scrap pieces, and it looks so cute. If you've got some little pieces that you don't know what to do with, you could whip up one of these in no time. Each row would be a different color. Like you would go like that would be one color. That would be another color. That would be another color. And it looks really neat. It really does.
Yeah, what a great way to use up little bits of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
That'd make a beautiful scrap blanket.
I was showing Robbin earlier. Let's see if I can find it real quick. This, after I learned to do this, this is the first blanket that I made. It's the Apache Tears. I used a red heart black and a red heart variegated.
That is so beautiful.
And it just worked out beautiful. That was one of the first ones I ever did.
Then how many rows long do you usually make when you're doing a full-size blanket?
It really depends, because if you're making it for a bed, you want it to be a bed size. If you're making it as a throw, you just want it to be a throw size. You can Google or look up somewhere a general size for whatever you're making.
Yeah,
and just measure. for a crib size, it would be different than a stroller size. It just totally depends on what you're making. And I would just chain however many you needed to make however many inches you're wanting. And then just continue up until you get the height that you want.
I think I'm going to run out of yarn.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Roseanne. Hi, Bonnie.
Okay. I don't think I understand. What confuses you is when you click the yarn.
Oh, I think she's saying when she cuts the yarn, when she's done at the end of the row.
Reach the end, tie off, make your knot.
Blend stitches, are you talking about today's process? What we're doing right now?
I think she's talking about what we did last time.
Well, that's what I thought too, but then she said cutting off the tie off and make your knot. Oh yeah, I guess that could be last time too.
What I did was let's see if I'm getting it in there. You always start on the right hand side and go toward your left. Always start on your right hand side.
Even if you're left-handed?
Even if you're left-handed.
Okay.
You always start on the right hand side. And then you go toward the left. And then you cut it. And you can, as you go up, when you get 1 and 2 done, you can go ahead and tie that knot. Does that make sense? So you're not doing a whole blanket at the end.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So I just tie your 2 together as you go.
Right.
That makes sense. Peppermint, the Apache Tears is a free pattern, and it's floating around, and out in the internet world.
You can do. We did 5 and then a down. You can do 10 and down. You can do 2 and down. However many you want to do it, you can do. This is an ancient pattern, and it's so ancient that there's no copyright on it. So I felt comfortable telling everybody how to do it.
Well, I finished my row, but I didn't match up because I started in a different spot. So let's take this out. Now, Peppermint, I just Googled mosaic crochet patterns and a million things pop up.
Yep. Just Google crochet mosaic.
I looked on Etsy. There's probably, I don't know, I think I found a dozen of them on Etsy in my first try.
Easy.
And there's a couple hundred of them on Ravelry.
I'm trying to find my second one I did was the Indiana.
Yeah, the Indiana, that's one that's out there that's just gorgeous.
And what I did was I took those motifs and I just switched them up. Let me show you. I can explain it better. Oh, here's another one I did with Apache Tears.
Ooh. So you just broke up a few of them and did a solid row all the way across?
Yep.
Wow, I like that pattern.
Yep, you can do that. You can put 4 or 5 in, straight across in between the Apache Tears. You can do anything you want to do, really.
That is beautiful.
Okay, this is the Indiana. Let's see if I can get it without a glare. See, there's different motifs that go through it. You can do 2 of the first one. You can put the first one at the top and the bottom. You can move them around, however you want to do it. So there was one that I did, and then this is another one. It's still the Indiana motifs.
Really?
But it's purple and white. Here's another one I did. It's
Wow.
red and white.
Those are fabulous. Just fabulous.
It's just plain red and white. Nothing fancy about it, but it looks hard.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's...
Wow. That is just amazing. Can you show that picture of the turtle that you showed me?
Yeah. There's another one of the Indiana I did.
Because I'll tell you, the reason I ask is these motifs are gorgeous, but like not everybody likes that style. To me, it's sort of a Southwestern style. And I was super
It's more
excited.
authentic.
Yeah, yes, very much. But I was
the
very excited to
Indians-
find out you could do all kinds of stuff with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I have them.
I wonder if I could. Let's see. It was in Etsy. I'm sure I.
Because I put it in our Zoom, didn't I?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it. And you guys let us know when you've got all the way around and you're ready. There, here's the turtle. Can you see? Is it showing with the light there?
Yep. I am not seeing it.
So that was the turtle. And see, that's why I liked the multicolors with the blues and the
The Tree of Life.
Oh, yeah.
There's
With
the
the
Tree of
ocean
Life
colors.
that I want to do.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. And now I would want to do that with a solid color in the background where they've got gradient
I want to
colors.
do green at the bottom and blue at the top, and then
Mhm.
have a white tree or a brown tree. Probably white.
Okay, so then that begs the question. Can you, like in the area where the leaves are, can you do greens there, and then when you get to the trunk, do browns there, and then back to the greens?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's so many things you can do.
That's yeah, it's like a double thickness blanket. You're right,
Yeah.
Kevin. So then I was thinking you could easily use a 3-weight because you are doing almost a double thickness.
You can do a 3-weight. You can also do a 2-weight. But I will warn you, it will take so much longer than a 4-weight because it's a smaller thread.
Yeah.
And your stitches are going to be smaller. So you have to really be careful. I think it was Ursula. Her first one, she used a 3-weight, and she said she will never do it again. She said it took way too long.
So I've come all the way around here. How do I finish this off?
Just tuck it underneath a couple.
Okay.
And put it out to the side.
I can't see what I'm doing. Is everybody ready? I know Peppermint, that turtle.
My oldest has a turtle tattoo, and I thought that would be cute.
Yeah.
To do for her.
Yeah. Mister's daughter loves turtles. And as soon as I saw that, and I bought some yarn, and it's in, I call it sea colors. It's greens and blues, and part of it is a variegated blue and green together. And I just thought that would be perfect.
The variegated would be awesome for the background.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like it's a cake, so it's got the 3 or 4 different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what I did with that cake. Okay. Okay, you guys.
All right, are we ready?
Are we ready to go? Ready for the next step? Everybody ready?
All right, you're going to go back to your 2 colors that you used. You're going to pick one of them to be your envelope. I'm picking my turquoise, teal, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to flip it to the back. You always do your back first. And it's usually solid.
Are we going to do another color around it as well?
You can.
Envelope, because I'm thinking
we can do that.
Susan, it doesn't matter. She said just don't start near a corner.
Yeah, you don't want to start near a corner.
Okay, I think I'm going to do the white first, and then I'll do a green around to finish it with.
All right. You always start with your back.
Okay, starting on my back.
You're going to put a slip knot on your hook.
Oh, I got to find my hook. Got to find my hook.
Now, some people say to use a size or a half size smaller in hooks. I don't, because I want to make sure that the ends aren't showing in my envelope. Okay. If you want to do a smaller hook, you can. It might be easier to get up underneath these stitches if you're a tight crocheter.
Which I am, but I've been very careful to go loose on this one.
Okay. So I'm going to start right in here somewhere. So I'm just going to stick that underneath. Your thumbnail will become your best friend. It will become your best friend.
Okay, so any stitch.
Any stitch.
Are we going to be working to the left or the right?
Always go to your left.
Okay, so I'm going to start a little closer to my corner because you're going to race me there. Okay, so I'm underneath the first loop.
And I'm going to grab that, pull it through. And that's going to set it.
So we pull it through just like we're doing a slip stitch.
Yep.
Okay.
And you've got your hook, and it's pretty good in there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Now you're going to do a single crochets in every one of those. With mine, it's red, till you get to a corner. You're going to put 3 in a corner, which will be 2 on one side and 1 on another side, which is fine. Or you can do 2 and 2. If you want it really a nice corner, you can do 2 on each side. But basically, you're just going to, that's in my way.
So every one of those back loops, and you're only working in the back now, right?
Right. You're not in the front. You're on your back.
Picking those back loops up that we just did the back stitching all the way around.
Yep.
If I can get a hold of it, and then I'm going to do.
That's the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Getting a hold of those.
A hold of that darn thing.
Little suckers. Yeah. I use my thumbnails.
Yep.
I can't do it down here. I'm going to have to do it up here.
Nope. I think is everybody understanding what we're doing? So we're on the back side, and we're picking up the loop that we just made in the back stitch, and we're doing a single crochet in that, and we're doing it all till we get to the end, till we get to the corners. Okay, now I'm at my corner, so I'm going to do, what am I doing at the corner?
I would do 2 and 2. Put 2 in your horizontal and 2 in your vertical.
I'll put 2 there.
Yep.
There and 2 there. Got it.
You beat me to the corner.
I started closer because I knew it was going to be a thing.
Oh, okay.
How many chains? We're not doing any chains.
No.
We're just where we did the whip stitch all the way around. We're grabbing just the whip stitch.
There's my working yarn right here. And that's the loop that I just went under. And then I'm going to grab my yarn.
Oh, you are picking up both. No, you're not.
No. I'm going to pull it through and then pull it through again, which is a single.
Single. Okay. I want to watch you do that. I want to watch you pick up your loop. I think I'm doing it right, but I want to make sure.
I use my fingernail. Okay. So I've got that red on there. See that?
Yeah.
Am I in a good spot?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're going underneath the red.
Underneath the red. Grab that working yarn that's in your left hand.
Okay.
Pull it through the red one. And then pull it through both.
Okay.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Okay.
How many chains did we use to start with? You can use as many as you want. I think we started with 36, something like that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Blind stitches that you missed the whole first process. It was 2 hours of training. So you definitely want to watch the first one. But absolutely ask your questions here so you know exactly what we're doing.
And if we're done with this and you still have questions, you go back and look at the replay. Put a comment.
Yeah.
Come over to my channel and put a comment for me. Put a comment for Robbin. We will get back with you, promise.
Absolutely. So now we're on the side with the fringe and we just keep going down just like we did to begin with.
You got to go all the way around.
Okay. Just making sure.
This is the hardest part for me.
So basically a single crochet into that, what I'm calling a back stitch.
Yeah.
All the way around. Why is that? No, that's right. Okay.
See, I did it too tight, probably, is my issue. So I could either use a smaller hook or just live with it and be frustrated.
Well, luckily it's a small project if you want to be frustrated.
Right. But if you're having problems like I am, you can use a smaller hook just for that first row, and then you can go back to the one you used for the project. Because I am having an awful time today. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, and it's been a long, rough day.
And you're not feeling good, so that doesn't help.
I'm not. And I did too much stuff today and got my back hurting. And I wanted to take another pain pill and I couldn't.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Excuse me. Everybody got it?
I feel like I've got more stitches on this side than I did on the top, but maybe just because I only did a few on the top.
Yep, you're fine. Any questions right now? I know y'all are working hard on this.
I'm getting under that stitch.
Yeah, my hands aren't wanting to cooperate today. If you want to switch to a smaller hook, you may. I don't think I have one right here with me.
I'm not not too hard for me. I was real careful to not go real tight because I have a tendency of going very, very tight when I crochet.
And something else you can do is you can take that bent needle and grab that stitch.
Oh, and grab that stitch. That's a great idea.
Pull it up a little bit. I do that every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me do this again. So if that stitch is down too far and you can't get it up, slip that underneath there and pull it up a little bit and give it a little more room. And then you can go under it so much easier. I still use my thumbnail, but it'll go in easier.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Blind Stitches. Blind Stitches, what is your name? I feel funny calling you Blind. It's Michelle. Michelle's Mosaics and More. I apologize.
It does not matter if they match or not because we can fudge it. It's not that big a deal.
Good question, Peppermint.
When we sew them together, when we enclose the envelope, we can fudge it. Not a big deal. I don't want to blind you guys, but I really need my light.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be able to see what you're doing too. That would be a good thing.
That would be a good
Marsha
thing.
Lee. Okay, Marsha Lee. Thank you. Yeah, Michelle is amazing, and her projects are just fantastic.
Thank you. I just do what the instructions tell me to do.
You found that. So I did a thing today.
Yeah.
And not actually saying what it is, but it's likely that there's a mosaic kit coming my way.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I've wanted it for a very, very, very long time, and I wouldn't spend the money on it. And then today it was on sale, and I grabbed it up.
So we need to do a graph lesson.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And so the lady says to me, she goes, and if you have any problems with the instructions on this thing, she goes, we've got wonderful people that can help you. And I'm like, no, thanks. I've got wonderful people in my world that can help me. But it was actually kind of cool that she said that because I have bought things before and not been able to figure out the pattern.
Yeah.
I said, unless your instructions are really, really bad, I should have no problem with it.
Right.
And I know they didn't write the pattern. I know who wrote the pattern. So, okay, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, I would almost suggest that you hang around here for a few minutes because we're going to start the main body of this envelope stitch. And in case you have any questions while we're doing it, while we're live, that would be a good time to be able to be here and ask them. And then you could go back and watch that other live anytime.
Okay.
I know it's boring sitting here watching us do this. I understand that.
It is.
But
I'm not going to do the whole, I'm just going to do like a side and a half so I can show you. Because you're going to do the same thing on the other side.
okay.
But what they usually tell you to do is to do 3 or more rows on the back, and then you go to the front.
Okay.
And you do 3 or 4 on the front, and then you sew them together.
Okay, so yeah, you would be totally lost, Bonnie. I just know that if you see us when we're moving along, if you have any questions, but like you said,
please.
if not, you can always contact either one of us, and we'll help you with the questions. It's just nice when we've got it right in front of us.
You can watch the replay if you have questions too. Somebody else probably has the same question.
Yep. Right, Peppermint? You and me always have the same questions. All right. We're getting there. I just like to give everyone the opportunity to ask anything that they might have. And like I was saying, the reason, Bonnie, that we did the program like this was because so many times I'll watch a video and I'll go, but what about this? What happens there? And what am I supposed to do with this? And that's why we wanted to do a live training with somebody that knows what they're doing, Miss Michelle, and somebody who doesn't, and that would be me. And because a lot of times when you're showing somebody something, you kind of assume certain things, and reasonably so. But then when you're doing it your first time, a lot of times you'll ask questions that you wouldn't otherwise. Just like Peppermint asked, do the number of stitches need to match on the top and the bottom? And that's a great question. And if I was watching a YouTube video, I wouldn't be able to ask that question. And it's a really good question. All right.
Then when you get to the end, say, I'm not going to do the whole thing. You get to the end, you take your hook out, you've got a loop and a stick. Just pull that stick through the loop and pull it tight. And that'll secure it.
Okay, so your last stitch, you just tied off like you would a color change or the end of the row.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Fighting for it here. One.
Your next row is going to be much easier.
Because we've already got that first green stitch picked up.
Yep. Because you're going to go through both loops. When you go through it again, you're not going to do a back loop.
Okay.
You're going to go through both of them just like that. So I'm going to make mine.
I am almost all the way around. Almost.
Oh, I'm not going there. I got about half done. So I put my hook, my loop on my hook first.
No.
Then go through. It doesn't matter where you start. You don't have to start the same place you started the last row. Doesn't matter.
Quit. No. No problem.
You're going to grab it, pull it through.
No. No.
Well, maybe because my eyes are getting bad today.
Peppermint, you mistyped a word in there, and so it came across as blocked. So you need to I can't do anything with it. So you need to retype your question.
And you want to do at least 3 rows.
3 rows around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason is to hide those ends. You want it wide enough to hide them.
Got it.
If you get it too narrow, you're not going to be able to hide them as well. And then
I'm all the way back around to my beginning.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go.
Keep going.
So now I'm just picking up, just like I'm doing single crochets around a project.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Both loops, single crochets.
Got it.
All the way around.
Now we can fly.
Yep. It's just that one part that's kind of fidgety.
What company did I get my? Oh, the one I ordered today was from Mary Maxim, and they're having 25% off all their Christmas stuff. And I've told you guys before about this blanket that I wanted, and it was it's mosaic, and the colors were oatmeal and a variegated green, and it's rows of trees.
Ooh.
It is so pretty. And
Now you know how to do mosaic, so you can do it.
And I ordered that thing. And I'm a member of, I'm the one, you buy that preferred member thing. And so I got another 10% off of so I got the kit for 35% off, which
Awesome.
it's a kit I've been lusting for a year. Well, since it came out, the day I saw that thing. And I've been pricing out yarn, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll do it with Pound of Love, but it takes 4,000 yards of yarn. So when it was 35% off, I figured I'm at least breaking even and getting all the yarn at one time, so it matches. And
it's going to match. The color, the lots are going to be the same.
Yes. So when that gets here, I will for sure be showing off to you guys. Do you guys see? Oh, I haven't posted it yet, so you haven't seen what I got in the mail today. Oh, I put it away already. I got my replacement yarn from Knit Crate, where my bag came and the marker had come open and got all over my yarn. And it was funny because I haven't looked at that yarn since the day I got it. I was so disgusted. So today when I was putting it away with the new stuff, I was looking at it again, and I picked one up. I'm like, well, that's not too bad. Well, hey, Amber, you heard me talking about my Knit Crate and you came in. And so then I'm looking at the other ones. I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember what a mess this is. So do I do 2 in those corners again?
Yep.
2 in each one, or just 1 in each of the 2s?
Do 2. You want to make sure it's good and
square.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a total of 4 in the corners.
Yes.
Okay, so I did 1 there, and I'm going to do 2 in this one.
I just think it looks better. Some people do 3. I think it looks better. It's fuller.
Mm-hmm. Amber jumped ahead also and has hers finished, and she has started a blanket in mosaic.
Oh.
And her blanket is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I don't know if
so
I have
around this.
I have it here.
So we're going to have a total of 3 rows of single crochets.
Yes. This is my current project.
Oh, that's so pretty. That kind of reminds me of the one that Amber's doing. Not quite as much uppy downies as yours, but similar.
What's it called? Let me see. It is called Booming Mosaic.
Okay. Is there a pattern, or is that just another pattern that's available?
Pattern. It's written and a chart.
Okay.
Here's the front page. I think that's gorgeous.
That
and
is
then
so
on the bottom, you can see where they've done a couple different things.
Yeah.
It's Booming, Booming. Get it on Etsy.
On Etsy. Yeah, there was a bunch of them on Etsy. And there's a
Ravelry too.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a ton on Ravelry. Okay, so now I have a question. When I was looking them up on Ravelry, a lot of knit ones came up. If I'm following the chart, it should cross over, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to take the chance because I can't knit. Mm-hmm. So I would be stuck with a knit pattern that I wouldn't be able to use. Would be my fear.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to try it, I would say get a free knit pattern and see if it will go over.
Yeah, because if you're following a chart, it's just the color placement. Oh, Bonnie's got a knit mosaic shawl. Did you make that, Bonnie? Well, I bet that's glorious.
You wanted a link for the booming, Amber?
If I know Amber, she does.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
So then if I'm doing this, let's say, is there any reason why I could not do 4 single crochet rows around, or does it have to
You
be
can do
3?
as many as you want,
Okay.
but I would do at least 3.
At least 3. Okay. Oh, a knit along. So then, Bonnie, I'm curious. With crochet, we're using basically single crochets and double crochets. What are the stitches you use with knit? Must be some kind of a, I can't imagine how you do that drop down with a knit. I don't knit well enough to understand what I would do.
There's a bunch of new Halloween ones out.
Oh, yes. And I've got a cat one. It's so cute. It's a cat pillow. It's so cute.
I've got the paws.
Mm-hmm.
Paws for my daughter. Oh, there's a Oogie Boogie.
I don't know what that is.
It's from Nightmare Before Christmas.
I have never seen that.
I am so adding that to my cart.
Coupon. It was easy to do, Bonnie. Oh, that's good to know. That's always my favorite thing to hear is it was easy. Now, was it easy because you are an accomplished knitter? Because I have finished like 2-3 knit projects. And I'm just learning slip stitches from left to right and knit another color next row. Okay.
There's a haunted house. There's skeletons, pumpkins. There's monsters, aliens.
I saw the aliens. I thought of Miss Connie from Just Another Stitch. And I
Mhm.
saw the aliens. Mm-hmm. I have tried to watch it a couple of times and I just go, oh man, I can't get into this movie. That's with like the Jack Skellington character.
Yeah. Yep. I love it. My kids love it.
And the people that love it.
Yes.
Have your kids seen it, Amber? All levels of 10. Oh, the crochet along. A lot of people were doing it. Okay. Yeah, I would love the
Well, I'm not finding it
link
on
to
Etsy.
that.
Let me try Ravelry.
I found a few free ones on Ravelry, like
Mhm.
posters that had like a heart, which I adore hearts. And one of them had, oh, one was a teacup. It was so pretty. Let's see here. I think I'm on my third round. My third around.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Barbara Benson. I know who that is.
It's on Ravelry.
I'm going to have to find that movie. Miss Morgan, have you seen, who is it? What is it Nightmare on Elm Street? No. Yeah. Have you seen that? Okay. Well, no. Again,
Of course I have.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
You have so.
I have not.
It's a good
Okay.
Maybe I slept through it.
I'm going to put it in private chat, the link.
Okay.
And then you can put it out there. Okay. It's on
All right.
Ravelry, and if you I typed in Crochet Mosaic Booming, and it popped up. It was the only one that popped up.
All right, let me see if I can do this. Control copy. Ah! Oh, it took me to the pattern. Let's see. Control. Let me see if I do this. Control copy. I don't think it's going to let me do it either. And I will try control paste. Yep, there it is.
Okay, cool.
Ta-da-da. In this is the Christmas one, the one with a bunch of Christmas trees and green. Yes, it's called Schlossing Christmas or something like that.
Oh, I can show you a couple that I've got ready for Christmas. Let me move my table real quick. It's caught on my rug.
We are getting there. I'm almost all the way around on my third row here.
And then you're going to flip it over and do the other side.
It is a little dark. I'm going to have to turn my lamp on. It's getting a little dark. No, that helped. That helped.
Okay. This one is huge. I made it for my mother. Her birthday is December the 10th, and that's usually when she puts her tree up.
Oh, nice.
So, usually that weekend. So, I'm going to give it to her for her birthday, and she can have it laying out. It's huge.
Oh, look at those reindeers and the hearts.
And it goes up with more
Wow.
little designs. And there was a snowman that I didn't put on here. But yeah.
And where's that pattern from?
This is...
Oh, that is so pretty.
What is this? I think it's Etsy.
Yeah, peppermint. You better, but I think the sale is only good through tomorrow.
Which sale?
For that kit that I bought today.
Oh, okay. There's another tree with birds on it. Did you see that one?
I don't remember. The Tree of Life, kind of.
Mm-hmm. She's selling it for $405.
Oh, is that all?
Uh-huh.
It's well worth it. Well worth it. The Christmas trees, Bonnie, that we're talking about? Oh, they didn't even have the pattern when I went in there. It's look up crochet kits and it should pop right up. Because it's the one every time I get an ad from them, that's the one that's showing on the ad. And maybe that's because I keep looking at it. So that's the one they keep showing me. That reindeer is so cool. Yeah, how long did it take you to make that?
About a month.
Oh my gosh. I would say about a year for me.
About a month.
So that little turtle pillow, what would you say? How long do you think that would take you?
Just the overlay part, just the mosaic part.
Yeah, the front. Well, you got to do the front and the back. I guess you don't have. Well, yeah, I would want to do the back. I was gonna say you didn't have to do the back.
No, you don't have to do the back. If you want to like make it into a pillow
Yeah.
case, okay. Maybe a week.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I've got.
I'm looking for this Christmas one.
1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got my 3 rows. Okay, got my 3 rows on the back.
Do the exact same on the front.
So I'm going to cut my thread and move around to the other side.
Mm-hmm. Now on the front, if you want, you can add. Let me switch over here. See, this is my back on this one.
I got to look at the other screen.
It's solid red. And then on the front, I did red, white, red.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Now,
That adds a
on this
nice pop
one-
to it.
This one, I really like how I did the edge.
Oh, all different colors. Yeah.
Those are the colors that are in the Afghan. And then I just did a solid and then closed it up with the white. So you can do something like that. You can do all solid, however you want to do it. This one is another one that I've recently finished.
Look at those flowers.
It goes dark, medium, light, light, medium, dark.
So pretty.
I like it. That one's actually for sale.
Oh, there's the Taco Girls.
Oh,
Wow. Huh. The place I used to work for, they just showed them on TV.
Oh,
They're having it's a food festival this weekend. We call it Pig Out in the Park.
oh, yum.
And I saw part of the trailer, but they've got a tent set up too. And so they have tons of different, like they've got 50 different food trailers down there.
Mm.
And they have, so you go down and try out all the different kinds of foods. And it's basically like a fair, but just food.
I'd never leave.
I know. Okay, get under there. I'm having problems getting that first stitch. Doesn't want to go in. There we go. There.
Okay.
So I'm going to do three rows all the way around.
It's called Winter Wonderland.
Oh.
the thunderstorm's coming in next hour or two.
Oh, today we're going to get thunderstorms? Maybe it'll cool. Would you mind turning my fan on? Is the AC on? Because I'm melting again. It's got to be this ring light creating a lot of heat over here.
Yes.
I sit in this corner and I'm just like,
That
oh.
and that light up there. So
I just
they're
turned
putting
that
out
one
heat.
on.
I know, but they're still.
Okay, so now when I'm, wait a minute. I think I'm doing this wrong. Okay, I'm on the front side.
Okay.
I'm on the front side, and I'm picking up the top of this. I need to be picking up the top of that loop, right?
Yep. Where mine's red.
Yep.
What you're picking up.
I'm like,
Yep.
oh, this is easy. No.
Now see on this one, this is the back. You can see that red coming
Mhm.
through there. So you would see that on your finished product.
Oh, but you can't
That's
see
why
it when
I
it's
use
done.
it. Yeah. You
Oh,
can
so-
sometimes.
Okay, so
Depends on
that's
how
a
big your
good
stitches
idea.
are. So it just depends. That's why I use the same color.
Mm-hmm. Now I have forgotten what we do. I go through that loop and do a single.
Mm-hmm. Singles all the way around 3 times.
Michelle, she's
Yep.
asking which of the playlist is the mosaic. I may not have it set in the playlist yet. I will when we get it off of here, I will get that set up because it's just going to be the 2 for right now. While we're all working on our round, you want to talk about next month's project?
Sure. I think since now we know the Apache tiers, I think we're going to stick with that same pattern because we're going to learn how to do mosaic in the round.
Ooh, that sounds hard.
It sounds hard, but it's not. I've got all my stuff over here, but I think I can sneak it out. What I'm going to be using is this little pouch. It's a big pouch, actually. I got mine on Amazon. You can get them for like a dozen for like $10.
I picked one up at Hobby Lobby for just under, I think it was $1.95.
Okay.
I
And there are
gotten,
different sizes, so watch your size.
yes.
I chose the bigger one because I want to put my hooks in it. The smaller ones are good for change purses, throw your makeup in that goes in your purse, something like that. If you don't want to buy one of these, buy just the zipper. We can do it with just a zipper. Zipper, pick an old shirt or a pair of jeans. Hey, Grandma's live. You need to go tell mommy and daddy, okay? Thank you. You can just get an old pair of jeans that don't fit anymore. Take the zipper out and we can use that. All you need is a zipper. It won't be lined if you just use a zipper. That's why I like these, because it'll be lined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for Notions bag, I need it to be lined.
Right. So you need some kind of bag. I don't know if Joann's has them. I don't know if Michael's has them, but you said Hobby Lobby does.
Yeah, I picked one up a while ago. I was buying some beads and things, and I wanted it to be. I just wanted a little bag to throw it all in, and they were right there on an end cap for less than $2.
Okay.
So I
And
just
then I
grabbed
sent
one
you
up.
one. I
Yep,
sent
I've
you
got
one that's about
The one
half
you
the
sent me
size.
is
It's
right
about.
here,
It's more like that size.
and I've got all my little doodads in it. So this works great, and my crochet hook fits in here, so it's perfect size for to throw in your projects to go in a project bag.
Or in your purse to put makeup or whatever that you don't want it to get, lotions or whatever that
Right.
you don't want to get all over the inside of your purse.
Even this little project bag that I have this project in, this fits in here real nice, and it's not too big. So we need the
Abby,
bag,
you need to go, please. You need
and
to
we
go.
need 2 colors of yarn, just like for this.
Yep. You can have the water. You need to go upstairs, please.
And
Grandma
we
needs
need
this.
our crochet hook.
You're going to need a hook. You're going to need 2 colors of yarn and either a zipper or a bag.
Oh, that thing's way underneath here.
Use your needle. and get it up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. On this corner, I can't get it up.
Yep. You can't come over here because you have no clothes on.
Uh-oh, can't do
Hang
that.
Just got a pull up on. Can't do it. Sorry. No, you cannot come over here. You do not have any clothes on.
We got a little guy in the neighborhood. He's probably 3-ish. And he walks around all over the neighborhood with his mommy. And he's got on his cowboy boots and his cowboy hat and nothing else.
Yep.
And they walk down to the mailbox and they walk around and look at things. And I'm like, probably shouldn't be doing that.
Do you need me to call mommy and daddy, or are you going to go upstairs?
You guys call mommy and daddy.
I will call mommy and daddy.
Wow. That's a hot lip. Look.
Hey, I'm on a live, and Abby wants to be on TV, but she has no clothes on. And I told her to go upstairs, and she's refusing. Oh, where are you at? Oh, okay. Maybe you can take her up with you then. I don't know. I don't know what she's done with them. But I'm teaching these people how to do mosaic. Okay, babe. Love you. Bye. Okay, mommy's coming. Go to the back door. Mommy's coming. Okay.
Boy, these stitches are tight on this side.
That's why that needle comes in handy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it probably tightened them up because when we worked on the other side, then that pulled on them.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Is that what
Okay,
you guys are
so-
finding too?
I've got some bags that I've made that I can show you.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, blind stitches, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same bag. Exact same bag that we're making.
Yeah.
The same, us and Fiber Fox. Oh man, I cannot get that through there. There we
There's
go.
one. Oops. It's gonna go wacky on me. There's one of them. Can you see that?
So pretty. So it's basically the same bag that I show in. If you look in the upcoming videos on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
that's the picture that I put on there. It's just a different color.
Right. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
And they're going to be,
There's a green one I did.
I think it's 2 weeks from today. It was the 2nd. That is so pretty.
And there's a blue, yellow, and variegated. I don't know how well it's showing up, but that yellow doesn't show up very well.
Yeah.
But those are a few that I've done. And if you know how to do it flat, you know how to do it in the round, you're good to go. You can make anything you want. Tina has patterns for mittens.
I saw that.
There are shawls. Of course, you can do a hot pad. You can do kitchenware, kitchen towel. We can do charts. We can do that.
Yeah, that would be good. Why don't you
Yeah.
talk about that while I struggle with getting, because you got your second side done already, right?
No, I don't, but that's
Oh.
fine.
To show us what to do when we get here, when we get done with this.
I can tell you. It's no big deal.
Okay.
You can do it. I have faith.
Okay.
Let me find. Okay, this is Apache Tears. So we know it's not going to be copyrighted. Okay. What I do is I get a crap
Let me
ton.
make you big. Hold on. Let me make you big and make me little.
I get a crap ton of sticky notes. I use them all the time for my charts.
Why isn't this changing? It's not making you big. How do I make you?
I have no idea. There. Okay. So there's the chart for the Apache Tears. Okay. The empty boxes are single crochets, back loop only. The X's are your drop downs. So on your first pattern over here, you're starting over here. There's no X's all the way across there. So that means you would do singles all the way across. And that gives you your base. And then this one, your first stitch is going to be an X. So that's a drop down. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles, a drop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a drop down. Do you guys, can you see that? Does that make sense?
Does that make sense, Natural Creations?
And what I do is I take a sticky note. I have 3x5s actually is what I use. Grab a 3x5. So I'll take a 3x5 and I will put it hiding the ones above it. So it hides the ones that I'm not working on. Good, because I love my sticky notes. But does that make sense to you? Can you see that?
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
That way I don't have to worry about what's up here behind this. I'd only concentrate on that one row.
And then the first stitch is a border stitch, so that's not in pattern.
Right.
And then after that, you just follow, and you don't pay attention to the colors or the grays or the whites.
No.
Really, the only thing you pay attention to is whether it's got a dot or I can't see it, an X or nothing.
Right. Does that make sense to everybody? So at the first one, where am I at? The first one over here, it says SC, single crochet. I do a standing single crochet, or you can do a standing double. Doesn't really matter, but you don't really want that height from a double. So a standing single is better, and it still gives you the tightness that you need to make sure it's not going to come out. Yeah, you can make your own grids without color. That's fine. Or you can take these grids and get your colors of your pattern. Like if you want to do red and white, you could decide which one you want red and which one you want white, and you could actually color it in.
Oh, I like that idea.
If you want to do that. Anybody have any questions on that?
Wow, that's really easy.
It is. It really is. It really is.
So now if I'm going to use, let's say I'm going to use a third color,
Okay.
I'm going to have my base color. So row A, color A is my base color. Let's say black.
Okay.
And then color B, I'm going to alternate red and white. So
Okay.
now when I'm doing black, I'm always going to do my double crochet down into the black. Correct?
Not necessarily if you're going to use 3 colors.
Well, I'm going to use black as my main base color. So I'm always going to do black to black.
I found them in a
And
bag.
then when I do,
Jade needs to take her meds.
I have to go buy diapers, so.
Okay. I'm looking for one that I did with more than 2 colors. This one. This one I did with more than 2 colors. Do you see that?
oh yeah, lots of colors there.
So sometimes your, well, what do I have? I've got like my purples going down into my blue, and my blue is going into my purple, and yellow's going into the blue, and
So you
it's
just
not.
So you just got to make sure you're always picking up when
The
you're
one
doing your
below.
double, the one below.
The one below. And if you're doing 2 colors, it'll be the same color as you're using on your hook. But if you're using more than one, then you're not going to necessarily be having the same as is on your hook. It's going to be the one below.
Yeah, Amber, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have that row of black, and then I'm going to alternate the red and the white.
Yep. I want to see you when you get that done. It sounds awesome.
And I'm making a placemat size, so it'll be a little bigger of a project. And I got to remember what of course, you said I could do anything I wanted for a multiple. It doesn't have to be. So I could do 5 in between.
You can do 10. You can do 20. Doesn't matter. I dropped my hook.
Oh, no.
Oh, my first furls that I got. I had just pulled it out of the packaging, dropped it on the hardwood floor. It shattered.
No, shattered. Yep.
It shattered. I cried. I want.
Yeah, my couch ate one of my furls hooks, and I have never found that thing. And the only thing that I can think it happened, it was in the motorhome. So I think when it rolled under the couch all the way in the back, and then when we put the slide in, it probably fell out the back.
Yep.
So it's along the freeway in Arizona somewhere.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's so much harder to pick these green ones up this time. We're getting them, but it's a process.
Do I have a circular one I could show you made up? No. As soon as I make them, my children steal them. One of my girls uses them for dog treats. One of them uses it for a change purse. I don't know what the other 2 use them for. I thought the dog treats, that was perfect.
I'm thinking that's a pretty nice bag for dog treats.
Well, she's a trainer, so she wants to make sure that You know, she's got the treats, but she doesn't
Yeah.
want to. She wants it to look nice, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Everybody says that I'm good at pastel or picking colors. And I'm tell you what, I am scared of picking colors. They scare me to no end.
Yeah, me too.
The best thing I ever bought was this. It's a mouse pad.
Oh,
It's a
your color
wheel.
wheel?
Yep, it's a mouse pad. And so I can pick out my colors better. It really does help. I know it sounds silly. And I got it on Amazon. It was cheap.
Yeah, I've got one of those in my wish list from Amazon.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
I want to say it's like $6 or $7.
Yeah, the color wheel really does help. If you want, say you want to use red. So you'll pick this red right here. And you want something to contrast to it, you go across and you'll get a blue. Or you can go and get a green and a purple. It just depends on, what you want it to look like. And just depends on, what colors you pick. I'm a very good fan of two colors. I love the red and white one that I did for my mom. The blue and white one I'm working now. I just like the two colors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just does something special. And then this one, it's not two colors, but it's kind of two colors. There's green for the leaves, but it's almost with the white background and then the flower color. There's a lot of white, which makes it look kind of one colorish.
Dropping my thread. How's everybody doing? You guys getting your stitches around there? How's it going, Peppermint?
Everybody working hard?
No, I am. I keep sticking my tongue out. That's how you can tell I'm struggling with something.
You can call it a circular pattern, but you're going to go all the way around it. So I guess you would call it a circular pattern. But we're going to use the Apache tiers to do that.
So the same design that we've just learned.
Right, because I don't want to give you another pattern to learn.
Right.
I'd rather you do one that you know.
Excuse me.
So we're going to start. Bless you.
Oh.
We're going to start up here at the zipper, and we're going to go around and around and around in a spiral kind of until we get to the bottom. And then we'll close it up.
Now, I believe that is 2 weeks from today. I've already created the live. So if you go into the channel, you'll see the link for it. And it's got the picture of the pouch. That's the picture. So you ought to be able to see it. There's 2 of them. And yes, I will go and put them. I don't know if I can put them in a playlist. I may not be able to put them in a playlist until after the live has occurred. So those won't be in there. I can't remember when I set up. No, I should be able to. I'll check. When we get off here, I'll check. And if I can put it in the playlist, I will. And if not, they'll be in the row for the upcoming things.
You could use these reindeer off of this one and make a Christmas hat out of it. That would be really cool.
No, I saw somebody had asked about a design for an apron.
Oh, I made an apron for my daughter. Made it out of cotton. I did a panel for the front and 2 pockets, and the rest of it was black, so the colors really popped. Just went around the neck, and then a square for the bodice, and then the belt. And everything's black except the front panel that goes on your chest and the 2 pockets. And it turned out really cute. Kitchen towel. I would probably take one that you've got at home, or if you have a pattern. I have a pattern that is Crystal from Bag a Day. One of her patterns is the one I use all the time for a kitchen towel. And
To make the whole towel?
I'm sorry?
To make the whole towel?
Yes.
Okay.
The towel and the hanging part. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it starts with 50 stitches. And then you gather it at the top after you finish it. So basically you would just be doing your square, and then you would gather it at the top. Well, probably this way be better. But yeah, you could do that with the Apache tears or anything else you wanted to do. That would be easy. Yeah. I think I would start with 50 to make it good and full.
Okay, you guys, we are coming up on 2 hours. How is everybody doing?
Oh,
Do we need to have a third session so everybody's got time to do your 3 rounds of this?
I can tell you real quick what's next, and then
Yeah.
you'll be done.
Okay, tell us real quick.
Okay. You take your front and your back, and you stitch them together at the top. When you get to your edges with your fringe stuff, just poke them down in there and make sure that they're inside the envelope.
Okay, make sure they don't poke through there.
Right. So I've got a front and a back,
Uh-huh.
and then it's stitched right there. That white.
So like what stitch are you using to connect it?
Just a single.
Okay,
You can
single
use a
crochet the
chain.
two pieces together.
I've used a chain. I've used a single. Just depends on how much you want it to be seen.
Okay, that makes sense.
Rather it not be seen as much. Like this is part of my design. That
Mhm.
white is part of my design.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wanted to do a single on that. But if you don't want it to be seen, then just do a slip stitch all the way around.
And then in theory, I could use a different color there too if I wanted, right?
Yeah.
And if I wanted to add on to the border, I would just keep going around.
Yep. No, doesn't matter how many you want to do. On this one, I did what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did the darker of the peach, then a green, then a medium, then the green, then the lightest peach, and then white. It's all the colors that are in here.
That looks so good. And that's all just singles?
Yep.
Because you could, I mean, really, you could do singles, you could do half doubles, you could do doubles.
Yep. However you want
Whatever
it.
you want there.
Depends on how much you want it to be seen. Like I said, if you want it to be part of your design, then you're going to want a bigger stitch. But if you don't want it to be seen as much,
Does that answer your question,
then
Peppermint?
you do a slip stitch. Because now you don't see where it's where it's together.
Right. Not at all.
So it just depends on if you want it to be part of your design or not. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. The hardest part of this is picking up those green. On mine, it's green. That stitch on the back that I've already done a stitch on the front is just, it's really tight.
Use your needle.
I even with my needle, a couple of them I haven't been able to get.
Okay. Remember next time how much of a hard time it was,
Yeah.
so that you will go a little bit looser. Or you could get a bigger hook. You could go up in hook size.
Okay.
Since you know you are a tight crocheter.
Yes, and I am.
Or to do what you're doing right now, you could go down a size.
That's what I was thinking. Use a little bit smaller hook just to pick these up with.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on, you know yourself and you know what you want it to look like.
Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Use a hook and you can use any stitch you want. My main stitches are a single and a slip stitch to sew them together. Those are the two that I like the best. I've done a double though.
Yeah, I like the idea of a single for that first one to kind of seal it off,
Mm-hmm.
and then get fancy with your stitches after that.
Yeah. You can, after you do that, if you want it fancy schmancy, after you get done with that, sewing them together, you could do something fancy. You could go around with picots
Mm-hmm.
on that white edge right here that you sewed it together with. You could do picots.
Yeah.
You could do fans. You could do whatever you wanted to do.
Oh, fans with your flowers would look beautiful.
Yeah. It's endless. It really is endless what you can do. I've been doing mosaic for a year and a half.
Oh, wow. Is that all?
Last year, I made 12 mosaics, twin size.
Holy cow.
Started in January, and I gave them to people for Christmas, my grandkids.
So you did one a month.
One a month. And I decided I'm not doing that this year.
Yeah. And then were they all different designs?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They were all twin size except one. We had a brand new baby, and so I made a crib size for him. But the rest of them were twin.
Goodness.
So I got a good...
Yeah, you got it figured out.
Yeah.
You got it.
Good lessons.
figured out. Okay.
Does everybody understand what you're doing now and what the last step is? Because after you sew them together, you're done.
Unless you want to add additional border stitches. After that, you're just kind of winging it.
Yep. So you can be done with the fringe. You can be done with stitching them together, or you can go on and do something really special if it's for somebody special. You're having a rough time with those, aren't you?
I am. Even to find it, sometimes I'm having a hard time.
Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, if I can get it open.
Well, I mean, can they send us pictures of the ones that they make in your Facebook?
Oh, I don't have anything like that, huh?
Oh, okay.
I don't have a. I know, Amber. You're always blaming me. Always, she's always blaming me for
I'd
her.
like to see everybody's.
No.
You can email them to me because I really want to see them. You're going to Etsy. Good luck. Hope you got lots of money.
All right, Peppermint. We'll see you in a couple of weeks when we do the mosaic bag. I'll do another video like I did advertising this one, talking about this one, and I'll tell you exactly what you're going to need. I'll give you a full list of exactly what you're going to need, so you'll have time to pick that up. But like I said, I had no problem picking that stuff up. We've got a Hobby Lobby, but I think even the dollar store probably has those little bags. And so really that's all you got to get is a bag or a little zipper. And then one of these needles, you need a needle like this that'll poke through that zipper.
Yeah, you've got to have something to poke through the zipper.
So the plastic needles aren't as good as these metal ones. So I would say get a metal darning needle.
If you want a bent needle, that's fine. If you want to use just a regular straight one, that's fine too. You just want to make sure. See, this kind would be fine too.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've seen those.
That would be fine too. Just as long as it's sharp enough to go through the zipper.
And I tried it on this one. Yeah, if you've got a zipper you can use, or Michelle got hers on Amazon. She just ordered a few of them on there, and they were pretty inexpensive.
Yep. You can buy just one or two of them, or you can buy a dozen.
Oh my gosh, I'm done. I got around. Oh, yay. My hands. Yay, I made it all the way around.
Good deal. Now it goes easier.
Now it goes a lot quicker. Yeah. So,
if you have a zipper, that's fine. Use it. Like I said, Tina, the one that, if you type in Mosaic Tina, she will come up on YouTube. She goes to thrift stores and she will buy a garment because she likes the zipper.
Yep.
Sometimes they have cute little things on them, or you could put cute little things on them.
Like zipper pulls.
Yeah, just whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be anything special. Just, sorry, my back's starting to
That's
go.
okay. Yeah, we've been sitting a long time.
But yeah, just any regular zipper. Take it off of a pair of jeans or a hoodie that's you're not using anymore. If it's too long, you don't want a bag that big, then you can cut it down and just whip stitch there at the end so it won't go off. So the pole won't go off. But yeah, you could just use that.
Let me look real quick and see what date that is, the one that's coming up.
Okay.
Because I do, like I said, it's already in my list.
If you've got a zipper, use it. Just know that without getting one of these pouches, it's not going to be lined. So if you want to line it separately, that's a possibility, or just use it unlined.
Okay, so we're scheduled for the 14th and the 28th.
Okay.
And then the picture on it is this blue and white.
See, they put a little tassel on their pole.
Yeah, they put a little tassel on there. And this is kind of small. I think this one is probably change purse size.
It's probably the size you have.
And then, yeah, so that's 2 weeks from today.
I'm glad you came too. No problem. If you have any questions, if you start doing another one or you buy a kit or buy a pattern and you get stuck, just give me a holler. My email is on my about page. That'll probably get to me first. I have Facebook.
Well, I'm glad you hung around natural. I know it's overwhelming and it was scary for me. So I'm glad to find out that this is really a pretty simple process.
It is.
And the hardest part of it was getting through those stitches that had already been, you did on one side, so they're pretty tight on the other side. So I just really have to work on doing that loose, that first row.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or get a bigger hook.
Yeah, get a bigger hook for sure. And then do a smaller hook when I get to the other side. So
We did them with needles. We did them with needles. So if you use a hook, that may make the difference for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. I'm glad you guys got your questions answered. That's what we were here for. That is the whole point of this. And in the comments, after it closes, in the comments, let me know if you enjoyed this premise of somebody teaching us how to do something live like this so we can ask the questions as we're going along. I know it takes a little bit longer than doing just a regular video, but I think it allows us to get our questions asked and answered in real time.
Yeah.
So if you wouldn't mind,
I think 2 hours is a good amount because
if
any less than that, you're not going to get your answers.
Mm-hmm,
you know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I would appreciate if you guys, when this is done, if you would go in the after thing, just put in the comments if you enjoyed it and any other ideas that you might like to see done in this kind of a format. Any other thing that you'd like to learn doing this process. We'll talk to you guys later. And again, email us if you have emails or put in the comments if you have any questions that we missed, and we'll get that figured out for you. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I was just reading.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys Monday night for bingo. Bingo at 5 o'clock. Bye-bye.